Hello, everyone. Welcome to an episode of Gaming as a System, the show where the guys and I discuss the things we do in video games. I'm Shane, your host with the most, and today marks day 13 of our Legends Arceus playthrough. Day 13. The unlucky number 13. Well, today certainly started out unlucky. So, what did we do? Well, for starters, we had to go and fight Adaman outside the Galaxy Team building. And of course, he had Leafy on. We're like, okay, sure, we'll fight, whatever, dude. We'll prove our worth to Captain Shithead over here. And just like in the Cobalt Coast, just like in the Cobalt Coastlands, um, there was a second Pokemon, Eevee. Another Eevee was like, sup, I'm here to fight me. So, yeah. So it turns out the thing that happened in the Cobalt Coast actually wasn't the game glitching. It was the game purposefully being unfair, which is a little frustrating. But anyway, we got through that, and we were going to backtrack to um, to Fire Spit Island so that we could go back and catch the Magmar there. But when we tried to go, the dude at the gate was like, "Oh, you need to go talk with Irida over at the training grounds." So we did, and we met this dude, or re-met this dude. I forgot to mention him yesterday, but there was this dude who looked like one of the train conductor guys from, I think it was Black and White or Black 2 and White 2. I don't remember because I never really got through those games to begin with. But it was one of the train dudes. Turns out it wasn't, like, I thought it was an ancestor, but it wasn't. It was actually Ingo. It was the Ingo. He went careening through time and space and came to the history region through the rift that got us here, or got us there, like, for some reason. But yeah, Ingo's there, and he's Electrode's warden, so we now had to go through the Coronet Highlands to get to Lord Electrode. Now, before we did all that, we went back to Firespit Island to catch a Magmar, and we did. But first, we had to plow through like 3 Graveler to get to it. It was ridiculous. But the good news is, after plowing through those Graveler, our boy Hypnos reached level 36. You know what that means. We got the sleepy boy. We got the boy. So now we have Hisuian Typhlosion on our team. The lava flows of Firespit Island are a very scenic location to evolve a fire-type Pokemon, if I do say so myself. God, that was great. So, we went from Firespit Island to, the Coronet Highlands. And we started down at the bottom, of course, because we can't already be up on top of the mountain. No, we gotta climb it. we are lowly plebes. We are not magicians. We can't get up there. So we start walking with Ingo. And before I meet up with him, like, right at the start of the Highlands, I'm looking at all the Pokemon that we currently see before us. And there's, like, Golbat, Zubat, and that's literally it. And Luxrays. Or no, not Luxrays, Luxios. There's, like, 2 Luxios near a patch of grass. And those 2 and one Luxio is the usual blue and yellow and black. But the one it's with glimmers and shines with the stars in its eyes. It is a beautiful golden yellow. And I don't believe it. I don't believe what I'm seeing. So I asked the guys, like, dude, do you see what I see? Did it sparkle? We step closer. It sparkles. We found it, boys. We got a shiny Pokemon. We shiny spotted, target acquired. We are going in. So I get in the grass and I'm creeping up on this shiny Luxio, praying to God it doesn't see me. And then I realize I hear it snoring. It's sleeping. It's sleeping. And I get close. I grab a great ball. I chuck it at the shiny, and one jump up and bam, snagged it. To say the guys and I were excited as an understatement. We were ecstatic. It was like a scene at the end of a freaking action movie where everybody's like partying and shouting and screaming and hugging each other. It was like NASA having a successful space mission. Like we got so loud that Kai had to come and check on us to see if we were okay. He got concerned. We did him a concern. What? Holy God! We finally got a shiny in this fucking game. I was wondering whether or not I'd ever get one, but I did. In fact, I know saying it. I know just saying it and telling you guys about it is not going to be enough proof. So I'm gonna have future editor me put it in. Please, please, me. Remember to put this shit. Put the picture in. Put the screenshot we took into this video, please. Holy God, that I'm using that thing, and I'm naming that bastard Simba. I'm naming it Simba. I named the other one Scar, and I'm naming this one Simba. Oh my God, I can't believe I got a shiny. After our little celebratory screaming and hugging, we moved onward, and we found Ingo at the entrance of what we now know to be Wayward Cave. So we go into Wayward Cave. Actually, no, wait. No, right before that, Melee is like, oh, don't even think about going to see Lord Electrode. It's like, dude's being a whiny bitch at this point. And we go and like he's like, fight me, and I'm like, no, how about no? So he's like, fine, I'll just go ahead of you. And he goes ahead. And Ingo and us go into the Wayward Cave. And everything's pitch dark. He's like, oh, somebody freaking moved the torches. And we're like, oh shit, we need to fucking try to find a way through here. So he leads us through Wayward Cave. And we find the torches at the tail end of the cave. Somebody, most likely Melee, went and extinguished and tried to get rid of the torches that guide travelers through the cave. So Ingo's like, here, I'll put everything back, and he does, and then we leave the cave, and we get to another part of the Highlands where a member of the Ginkgo Guild is trying to set up camp. We find, he's like, yeah, this bronzer won't leave us alone. Like, it's not being belligerent or anything, but, like, it looks like it's trying to ask for something. So we go over there, and we're like, hey, sup, little buddy, what do you need? And the bronzer kind of, like, stares longingly across the river, and it's like, oh, something must be over there. Something must be across that river. So with Basculichan's help, we go across the river, and we find the Bronzor's little friend, and it's hurt. And the Ginkgo Guild member is like, oh, well, I'll take care of that. And then bam, camp set up. We now have a base camp in the Coronet Highlands. That isn't the starting point of that area. So now we can start from there if we ever need to go back to the village. Now, this is where I had to stop playing because I was getting tired. So, my boys, what do you think of today's shenanigans? You forgot something. Oh, fuck, yeah, that's right. Ooh, No, before we got to that camp, we had to go through the quarry, and this ancient quarry is like filled with like stones that have been cut and whatnot, and amid the stones like is a bunch of bronzer and a bronzong. Fucking, there's the Liberty Bell in the middle of the freaking ruins. But yeah, there's that. And Volo showed up, and he was like asking questions, like, "Hey, like, I know about Ingo's memory loss, and I want to know more about that, and maybe it has something to do with the rift and all that." But like after that, he was like, "Well, I'm done your piece." So, um, yeah, but that's where we are. We made a base camp. We caught a fucking shiny, and our boy Hypnos is finally a big boy. So, what do you guys think so far? Oh my god. That was certainly a journey from point A to point B. Oh yeah. God. It certainly was. We started out unlucky, but damn, we got absurdly lucky. We went from zero luck to absolutely absurd luck because in the 3D Pokemon games specifically, though the chances of running into a shiny aren't high, like they're still pretty abysmal. I think it's 1 in 4,090 something, but it's not as bad as it was back in the 2D games. Back in the 2D games, it was a 1 in 8,192 chance. So we have slightly better odds. Slightly. But still, I'm counting that shiny as a fucking win in my book. That is a mega win. But yeah. Anything else? the more I say of Melee, the more I hate them. Yeah. I mean, like, you hated them already. Yeah, I know, but I'm somehow hating them more. Yeah, same here, honestly. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh yeah, don't even get me started about the dude's like hypothesis on like the rage shit that the noble Pokemon are being put through. It's like, oh well, maybe it's just the almighty Sinnoh displaying his power, yada yada yada. Like, dude, no, you're a moron. But anyway, I think that's it. Is that it? Is that all we done did? Yeah, I think so. All right. So, that's gonna do it for today's episode of Gaming as a System. Tune in next time for another progress report. Stay awesome. Peace.